Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer. I hope you haven't forgotten about me in the year since we last met. You'll be lending a hand with the festivities again this year, won't you? Because I could certainly use your help. You see, I have something of a beast problem. Nothing dangerous, I assure you. But it's not exactly my area of expertise, and I imagine a seasoned veteran such as yourself, with all your experience dealing with Eorzea's more exotic fauna, would be better suited for the task. Come on out, Rudy.
Yep.
This little fellow is Rudy. At least, that's what I've been calling him. He appeared all of a sudden as I was making my usual preparations, and now he doesn't seem to want to leave. I was wary at first, but he hasn't tried to cause any trouble. I dare say he's even better behaved than some of my little helpers. I've grown so fond of him, I just couldn't resist making him a little costume. Doesn't he look adorable in it?
Yep.
The only problem is that it's as if he's trying to tell me something. It seems terribly important to him, but for the life of me I can't figure out what it might be. I don't suppose there's anything you might be able to do to help, is there?
Yep. Yep.
Forgive me. I know I'm asking the nigh impossible. After all, it's not as if an adventurer like yourself has the ability to commune with beasts. Oh, whatever am I to do?
It looks like you could use some help, my dear.
What? Did that squirrel just speak?
Oho. So you are familiar with my kind. Excellent. It will allow me to forego all the tedious explanations.
But allow me to introduce myself. I am Risai, a wanderer who goes wherever duty, sentiment, and the sweet smell of delectable desserts take me. A meeting with an old friend is what called me to Eorzea, but your festivities piqued my interest. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and it struck me that I might be of service.
With Rudy? You can understand him?
I would be a sad excuse for an auspice if I could not. So allow me to provide some enlightenment. It seems your furry little friend would entreat a favor of you. To wit, he is troubled by the fact that he's a bit of a runt compared to his brothers. They hardly even treat him like a real yeti, making fun of him for the tiny snowballs he makes.
Snowballs? Indeed, I heard that yetis incapacitate and capture their prey by blowing frosty balls of snow and ice.
Yep. 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 Your friend would politely point out that this is not true of all yetis. Rudy and his kin lie peacefully deep in the mountains, a far cry from the savage beasts that roam cohorts. They vie for supremacy amongst themselves not through violence, but by competing to see who can build the biggest. Snowballs. Rudy was practicing making snowballs in secret to prove himself when he fell from a small precipice and got himself lost. He wandered the forest aimlessly for days, and had just about given up all hope when a white-haired fellow found and rescued him. The kindly fellow in question was none other than the saint of Nemea, he says. Saved our poor Rudy before gallivanting off to the Starlight celebration. Poor Rudy, alas, didn't even get a chance to thank him. So now he wishes to find the saint and properly express his gratitude.
What a touching story. Truly, a Starlight miracle. And I do very much wish I could help, but I'm sorry, Rudy. I fear I haven't a clue where the saint is right now. He never sticks to one place for too long, you see. Always busy delivering gifts to children the realm over.
Yip. Yip yip.
That's right. And if you help bring joy to all the young ones for the Starlight celebration, you can be one of his little helpers. Why, if you're lucky, you might even be able to meet him again.
Yip, yip, yip yip. Rudy says he would be happy to help, as, for that matter, would I. At the very least, I can avail you as an interpreter. You'll be lending a hand, too, won't you?
I understand that this is all rather sudden, but please tell me you'll agree. I'm sure it would mean the world to Rudy.
Splendid. Now, let us come up with a plan for getting this little one involved in the festivities. Yip. Yip yip. I thank you again for your aid. Now, there must be something special Rudy can do for the children this Starlight season, but what could that be? Might you have any ideas? Yip. Yip. What's that you say? The snowballs you make are so tiny that no one would ever want them. Do not be so hard on yourself, my little friend. Clearly, your talents simply lie elsewhere, and it is our job to help you find them. Perhaps you could join the choir, for example. Can you sing? Let's hear it. Here. Thank you, Rudy. That was most unique. Unfortunately, perhaps it's not the best fit for singing Starlight carols. There must be something we can do. I would hear your thoughts, adventurer. That is a possibility, yes. But the children rather enjoy making snowballs themselves. I am not convinced that taking the task away from them would bring them much joy. That reminds me. What do you think of these, pray tell? I picked them up in Ulda. It's some kind of traditional confection, but they look rather snowballish, don't they? Perhaps we could make something similar for the festival goers to nibble on. Yip. That's right, Rudy. This is your chance to prove yourself once and for all. You're going to make the loveliest, most scrumptious snowball treats any Yeti ever has. And we'll be with you every step of the way. You just need to have faith in yourself. Yip. Yip yip. Well, if it's sweets we're making, I know just the person to help, Mother Mayun at the Carline Canopy. I'm staying in a room there, and I must say I've found her confections to be second to none. Shall we, then? Mother Mayun. There is something my friends and I would discuss with you. Yip.
Quite the motley bunch, I see. What is it that brings you all here? I see. In that case, you've come at the perfect time. I believe I know a way this might work in both of our favors. I'm in the midst of preparing Starlight gift boxes for the children at Bent Branch Meadows. Exotic snow-themed sweets would be a most welcome addition.
Then furnish you with said sweets we shall. That is, once we figure out precisely how we're going to make them.
You leave that to me. I'll have a working recipe for you before you know it. In the meantime, might I ask you to pick up some of the ingredients we'll need in advance? I'll put it all on my tab, so you can simply pick everything up and bring it back here.
It would be our pleasure. And don't you worry, Rudy, our adventurer friend and I will handle the transactions. Yip. Yip yip. You'd do the shopping all by yourself, you say? Shinikri need only stand back and watch. If you insist.
What an eager little helper your friend is. Here, I've made a list of everything we need. Simply show this to the shopkeepers and they'll take care of you. The flour you can procure at the Whistling Miller, and the oil at the Botanists' Guild. And stay warm out there, yes?
And with that, let us be off. First stop, the Whistling Miller. With us, Rudy. Yip. Yip. Is that a baby Yeti? And why is it dressed as one of the Saint of Naimaya's helpers? Yip. Yip yip. A letter from Mother Mayun? Let's see here. Ah, now I see. You're running an errand for the Carline canopy. Well, I can certainly help with that. Give me just a moment and I'll fetch you your flour. Here you are. This should be enough to last Mayun for a while. Don't work yourself too hard, now. Yip yip. Well, would you look at that? It would seem our friend Rudy is a natural at this. I dare say it couldn't have gone any smoother if we did it ourselves. Now, to the Botanists' Guild for some oil. Off we go. Yip. Yip yip yip. Ack. Begone, foul beast. Back to the forest with you. Yip. Yip. Oh dear. It seems our little friend is in something of a pickle. We could go to his aid, but let us wait a bit still. It would give the lad more confidence to be able to overcome the predicament himself. It won't leave. Oh, what to do? I'd rather not involve the wood whalers. Yip yip yip. Yip. A note? Could it be that you're here on an errand of sorts? Well, I'll be cooking ingredients for Mother Mayun. And here I thought you some savage beast who'd wandered in here to cause trouble. If frying oil is all you need, I'd be happy to oblige. Just a moment. Careful, now, it's heavy. And do take care on your way back to the canopy, yes. Yip. Well, would you look at that? Rudy managed fine on his own after all. And now that we have everything we need, Let's head back to the Carline canopy and get all this to Mayun. Yip. Yip yip.
Good to see you back safe and sound. And just look at how well you performed your little errand. You really are a wonderful little helper. And with that, we have everything we need to make sweet Starlight treats for the children. It'll take me a little while to prepare, so how about a cup of piping hot tea while you wait?
That would be splendid, Mother Mayun. Though I dare say it might make me even hungrier for a little something sweet to go with it. Yip yip. Yip. Yip yip yip. Amazing. I expected nothing less from you, Mayun. Truly, your confections are simply to die for.
You flatter me, recite. Incidentally, you might be interested to hear that this is a traditional dessert called schneeballs, named after an old Helsgard word meaning snowball. A perfect fit for a Yeti, wouldn't you say?
Oh ho. So it was no mere coincidence that they look like little snowballs. Yip. Yip. You know, Rudy. You shouldn't let yourself be discouraged by what your siblings might say to you. There's no shame in being different from everyone else. After all, just look at me. I'm hardly like all the other squirrels out there, and do I let it bother me? Not at all. We should be proud of what sets us apart from others, not ashamed. Yip. Yip. Yip yip.
Once we finish making these, my gift boxes will be ready for delivery to Bent Branch Meadows. Speaking of which, would you like to help in handing them out? There's no better reward for hard work than watching the children's faces light up with joy. Don't worry, you won't have to do all the work. I'll be asking the Starlight celebrants to assist as well. Well, what do you say?
Yip yip yip. Rudy says he'd love to, and would most appreciate if you would join us. You'll do this for him, yes.
You have my thanks. We'll make a few more batches of these and pack them up into the gift boxes for you. Amhagaranji will be able to tell you what to do from there.
Duly noted. Thank you for everything, Mother Mayun. Yip.
Welcome back. I trust that everything is well with our newest little helper. Rudy and the two of you are helping Mother Mayun make snowball-shaped confections. What a splendid idea. The children will be delighted, I'm sure. Well done, Rudy. I'm so proud of how far you've come.
Yip yip. Furthermore, we would like to assist in the handing out of presents at Bent Branch Meadows, if we may.
Of course. I wouldn't want you to miss out on the joy of delivering the goodies and seeing the children's smiling faces. Thank you for sticking around, my friend. If you'd like, I'd be happy to tell you more about the festivities so that you can get fully into the Starlight spirit. Well, I do believe it's time to deliver presents to the children. You're still willing to help out, yes?
It would be our pleasure, Rudy's in particular. And we'll be there to support him all along the way.
Excellent. On to business, then. My fellow celebrant, Benfield, has been placed in charge of this task. Seek him out at Bent Branch Meadows, and he'll tell you everything you need to know.
About time ya showed up. Mentioned that ya might be helping out. And believe you me, we could use all the help we can get. Then you will have ours. My Yeti friend Rudy, Shinikri, and I, Risai, are more than happy to aid. Though I must say, Mother Mayun truly outdid herself this time. Just look at all these presents. Might I suggest that we split the duties, that we might deliver them to the children in a more efficient manner. Shinikri, why don't you take a batch and go with Rudy? Meanwhile, I'll get started from the opposite side. Yip. Yip yip. Yip 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 yip. Dear me. Rudy's so raring to go that it might be best to stand aside a bit and leave him to it. It would do wonders for his confidence, and I'm sure the children would delight in getting a gift from a seasonally fitting snow creature. Yip. Yip yip. A snow beast? Please don't eat me. Yip.
A present? For us? Why, you must be one of the saint's little helpers. Rudy gave the children their presents. Wow, these look absolutely delicious. And I was just thinking about how hungry I was. Lucky me.
Are you sure these are safe to eat? I suppose they must be, or that adventurer would do something about it. Anyhow, thank you.
Thank you, fluffy little helper. We'll be sure not to eat them all at once.
Yip. Yip yip. Yip. Yip yip. But what? It's a monster. You. Adventurer. Do something about this.
Wait. I think it's holding something. What have you got there, little friend? Are those presents for us?
Yip. Rudy gave the children their presents. What are these? Some kind of snowball-shaped cake? I've never seen anything like them before.
They look so good. And I'm going to tell all my friends I got them from the saint's cutest helper of them all.
They smell delicious. Thank you very much for the gift, little helper. And you, too, Mrs. Adventurer. Yip. Yip yip. Ye should be proud o' yourselves. Your snowball sweets re the talk of the town, and not just among the wee ones. Ye brought us all a starlight miracle this year.
What the? Yetis. Yetis in the city. Take cover at once.
That voice, did that come from the city gates? What in the seven hells is going on?
I know not from where, but a pair of most fearsome yetis just stormed into the city.
Grrrr. Yip. Yip yip. Yip. Oh. Oh dear. Yes. Lend me your ears, friends. There is no need to panic. Our large friends here haven't come to attack us. These are simply Rudy's siblings, come to take their little brother home. You're a lucky little yeti to have such good family worryin' after ya, Rudy. Are, even if they do look like they're about to give ya a good whoopin'. Indeed. I cannot deny that they are a bit perturbed. To hear them tell it, they are rather upset that Rudy allowed himself to be captured so easily. Captured. Think he can't fend for himself, do they? Yip. Yip yip. Yip. Grrrr. Yip. Yip yip yip. Grrrr. Yip. Yip yip yip. 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 Well. What are they saying? Did they sort it out? Oh, I'd say. Our little friend Rudy really told them off. He told them all about the delicious snowball treats we made together, and how the children's faces lit up when we gave them their presents. He said he may be small, but he's proud as can be of what he accomplished. And he won't let anyone belittle him anymore. Yip yip. Say, Rudy. How about letting your brothers try your snowballs? A taste is worth 1,000 words, after all. Nothing like sharing tasty treats to bring a family together. Grower. Well, isn't that nice of him? He just apologized for how they treated Rudy all these times. He says he's proud to call Rudy his brother, and that Rudy is more than welcome to join in their snowball fights, and all their Yeti games. Yip. Yip yip yip. Yip. Yip yip yip. Rudy says that he intends to return with his brothers to their mountain home, and that he so very much enjoyed his time with us. He only wishes he could have properly thanked the saint of Nehemiah before he left. I wouldn't worry about that. I reckon the saint heard ya clear as can be. Look. This was sit in by those tasty morsels ya made. It's a letter, from you know who.
Dear Rudy, your delightful little snowball treats simply sparkled with festive starlight spirit. I dare say you were the finest of all my helpers this season. Ho ho ho.
Do you hear that, Rudy? It would seem the saint was watching you work the whole time. Yip. Yip yip. Yip. Yip yip. Yip. Yip yip yip. Yip yip. Oh, Rudy. Of course Shinikri will miss you too. Shinikri. Rudy says that were it not for you and the rest of us, he never would have realized what he was capable of, or found the confidence to stand up to his brothers. He says that everyone he met here was so incredibly kind, and it was because of that he was able to make the best snowballs he's ever made. He says thank you, Shinikri, for making this the most miraculous, memorable starlight of his life. Yip yip. Fare thee well, Rudy. And promise that you'll come back to see your friends again someday, yes. Back home ya go, then. Take care o' yourself out there. It'll be lonely here without the little guy. Worry not, my friends. Your and Rudy's paths may very well cross again somewhat. After all, we never know what fate has in store for us. And with that, we had best return and report to Amgaranja. I suspect she'll be thrilled, if sad to hear that Rudy has gone away home.
All done handing out presents, are you? Thank you very much. And good work, are you? Wait, where's Rudy gone off to? Home with his brothers? But I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Oh, to ruffle his fluffy fur one last time.
You were quite fond of the little fellow, weren't you?
Of course. Who wouldn't get attached to that adorably pouty little face? Oh well. If he's happy now, that's all that matters. And now, allow me to thank you both once more. Not just for your help with the festivities, but for everything you did for Rudy as well. You helped him find the confidence he needed to make his siblings accept him. Why, if Rudy's exploits don't fill you with the spirit of Starlight, I dare say nothing will. Why, I'm feeling more enthusiastic about the celebration than ever. And as head celebrant, I will do all in my power to spread joy and smiles with as much passion as Rudy did.
I, too, very much enjoyed the time we spent together. Truly, it was full of new experiences to look back upon fondly. Isn't that so, Shinikri? Yet I fear the time has come for us to part ways. After all, I've lands to traverse, people to meet, and sweets to eat. I very much hope to see you again someday. And who is to say? Should you ever find yourself in a pinch with a beast again, I very well might show up to lend a hand. Farewell.
Thank you, truly. I know it isn't much, but please take this as a humble token of my appreciation. And believe it or not, the saint himself has expressed an interest in meeting you. No doubt he wishes to thank you in person. Whenever you have a moment, pray just say the word. Is it strange that I got so attached to Rudy in such a short time? Either way, I only hope we can meet him again someday. Ah, but this is no time to get all sentimental. I have work to do. And remember, the Saint of Nehemiah wishes to have a word with you, if you've the time to spare. He didn't mention exactly what he wants, but he was most insistent that you come alone. Whatever do you think it could be?
Ho ho ho. Thank you for joining me, my adventuring friend. As no doubt you know, I am the Saint of Nehemiah, bringer of gifts and joy to children all across the realm. Amharanji has told me all about your exploits this Starlight season, and I simply had to express my gratitude in person. Truth be told, I was observing you the whole time from a distance. Why, I almost wish that I could have joined you myself, but it is my policy to stay out of the spotlight, or the starlight, as it were. Besides, you and your furry friends were having such a jolly time that I couldn't bring myself to intrude. Watching Rudy help make those delightful snowball treats and grow into a confident little helper was a wonder to behold. A true Starlight miracle. Which brings me to my request. I was hoping you might inspire me the same way you did young Rudy. For you see, as much as it pains me to admit this, I find myself at a loss for new gift ideas this year. And so, if you could spare the time, I was hoping we might spend a little time together, just the two of us. What say you, friend? I just want a taste of that inspiration of yours. Yes, I'm sure some quality time with you is precisely what I need to rekindle my creative spirit. Ho ho ho. No need to look so alarmed. I won't ask much of you. I simply would have you accompany me on a little stroll under the stars. After all, the decorations are most lovely, so why don't we take in the festive atmosphere together? We can amble all around Old Gridania and make our way to Nafika's altar. There are a few spots in particular I'd like to take in with you along the way. Just one would be plenty if you've other places to be, though if you can spare the time, I would love to see 3. And with that, let us be off. Ho ho ho. Ready? Then let us enjoy ourselves a most inspiring stroll. The Oh ho! What a lovely spot, indeed. Why, attuning my ears to the sound of the babbling river and spinning water wheel feels as if it's purifying me to the depths of my soul. That said, it is a bit chilly here at water's edge, is it not? Most fortunate that I'm layered up nice and warm. Why, I dare say I was even feeling a bit hot. Yes, a bit of a cool air might have been just what I needed for inspiration. That said, I could make a gift of garb and garments to keep out the chill of winter. Yes, that would be a fine idea. Why did I not think of this sooner? It would appear that the saint of Nemea has found some small measure of inspiration. You may make for Nafika's altar if you are ready to end your stroll, or accompany him to other locations that you might inspire him further. While you are accompanied, oh ho! Such a magnificent tree. Clearly, it's been tended to with the greatest of care. Yes, you can simply feel the love that those who work here have for nature. A gentle tranquility permeates the very air around us. Yes, it's quite the departure from the bustling crowds that are the norm at most places I visit. Why, just the other day at the Gold Sauer, the gold source. As in a mine of sorts. Yes, I'm so inspired I feel as if I have struck gold. But what treasures still await us? Onward we go. It seems the saint of Nemea is sufficiently inspired. Accompany him to the Conjurer's Guild. Unless you wish to spend more time with him. Oh ho! Such a lovely, tranquil place, yes. Just gazing out upon the dancing water gets my juices. I am all but certain that inspiration will strike me any moment now. Yes, I can feel it coming. Almost there. Or perhaps not. I was certain I had something for a moment there, but it seems to have eluded me. No matter. My mind is now clear and ready to be filled with new ideas. I must say, spending time with you has been every bit as stimulating as I expected. It would appear that the saint of Nemea has found the inspiration he seeks. You may accompany him to Nafika's altar once you are ready. Ho ho. As all good things do, it would seem our little journey together has come to an end. And I can just feel the fire of inspiration coursing through me. Many thanks for the kindling, my friend. Now all that remains is to bring my ideas to life in the form of gifts for the children. Yes, I must be off to my workshop. That said, I very much enjoyed our little Starlight stroll together. I do hope you feel the same. Oh ho. Well, if you insist, perhaps I could linger just a bit longer. Say, did you know that skilled hearers can attune their ears to the voices of the elementals? That's what I've heard from asking around, at least. It got me to thinking, do you suppose that on certain special occasions, we could hear them as well? I dare say if there's any time that we might, it would be during the Starlight season. Shall we try it, then? Close your eyes and open your ears. Come now, it'll be You close your eyes and listen closely to the sounds of nature around you. Slowly but surely, the bustling noises of the city fade, and you can feel your mind clearing. Aga, 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 achoo. Hum. Did you hear anything? If there's anyone the elementals would speak to, undoubtedly it is you. Yes, it's only a matter of time, now. I'm certain of it. Whatever you do, don't open your eye. Yes, just like that. Don't move. And a warm hand caresses your cheek. You keep your eyes tightly shut, and focus on the voices of the elementals.
Vashan, waste not, crate, vene, ground.
You hear mumbling whispers, but cannot discern precisely what is being said. Anyhow, it would appear laymen like us cannot hear the elementals after all. Still, our moment of quiet meditation has brought me a vision. Yes, I know exactly how I will get started on this year's presents. At any rate, joining you for a brisk stroll through the snow-veiled forest has truly invigorated me. Yes, my head is finally clear enough for me to start work on gifts for the children. Ho ho ho. Don't tell me, you're curious about what I'll be making for them, yes. Walking about town with you, I was struck by the calmness I felt looking at the streetscapes veiled in white, and the warmth that welled up in my heart in seeing the smiling faces of the townspeople. That's when it hit me, I could craft snow globes. Yes, little spheres of glass housing scenes depicting the Starlight season here in Gridania. The children would enjoy that, don't you think? And with that, I'd best be off. Do send Amgaranja my regards. Ho. Look. The saint is here. Ho ho ho. Happy Starlight to one and all. I hope you boys and girls are ready for some delightful presents this year. That adventurer over there helped inspire me with the idea, and I dare say they're among my greatest creations ever.
The saint was beaming from ear to ear on his way out. You must have had quite the time together. But where's my head? He left this as a special Starlight gift just for you. Well, I do hope you enjoy the festivities. And if you're so inclined, do check back in with the saint before the season's over. I'm sure he'd be overjoyed to see you again.